my name is Craig Burke, and I've been here 9 months at A Better Way Ministries.
My name's Kaiser Jackson, and I've been here a month and a week.
My name is Adam, and I've been here for 11 months.
I heard about A Better Way from a police officer.
A man named Bobby Dodd, who used to go here, he started going to my church.
I told myself I knew I had to come here before I went back into the world, because if I would have went prematurely, like straight from jail into the world, probably would have went back.
And he told me this is a great program to get my faith back up with God.
And he told my parents about it when things started getting out of hand.
My drive up to A Better Way was a little scary. I didn't really know where I was going. When I left, I was in a van with like 6 other inmates in total darkness.
I didn't know not one thing about A Better Way when I first got here. I thought I was going to like a vacation retreat.
The only thing I could remember was the Senoia Historic Museum sign. So now every time I see the sign, I get reminded of where I came from.
When I first showed up, I seen the basketball court, a pool, like all the extracurricular things we can do.
When I got here, they were taking off my handcuffs and stuff, and the Mary Mary song came in my head. So, take the shackles off my feet so I can dance.
And at first I was like, no, there's no way I'm going for 18 months. You know, y'all are psycho.
The enemy was planting thoughts in my head, like he always does, making me think it was a cult and making me like I saw Jesus, the Jesus statue. I thought it was a whip.
So I was like, what was everybody at? And then I went in the house and they was in class. And I was like, oh yeah, this real.
I was in shock. I didn't know what to do other than to just go along with what everybody said.
Jesus is actually holding a fish net, because I forgot to use my context clues and look down, and there was a verse, you know, talking about go out and make fishers of men. Remember the first couple of days, just like people now, when I hear them, their first day here, oh, I'm gonna make it the whole 18 months and I love God and it's just amazing. And then you hear Brother John say the famous words, which is hold that thought.
I didn't want to stay here 18 months. At first I was thinking I might just do a couple months and leave.
On July 10th, my birthday, I packed everything up and I was gonna go home. I didn't go to sleep at all. I already had my mind up.
I was really angry at myself because I could have avoided the things that led me here.
And that didn't go as planned. They told me to pack my stuff back up, put it up, and go to church.
Then I realized that's not what God wants. You know, He didn't bring me here to just leave after a couple months.
And once I went to church, I was in a complete different mindset. Played basketball with my brothers, and I can remember my birthday. It had been a long time since I had a sober birthday.
The most shocking thing was when I asked what time we have to wake up. And as soon as I heard we have to wake up at 4:45 every morning, my heart just dropped.
While we waking up at 4:45 just to go read the Bible.
And I finally was just like, okay, I'm just gonna give everything to God. And as soon as I did, like within the first week, I just felt so much peace.
But now, if I don't wake up at 4:45 and go read the Bible, the devil ride my back real hard that day, and I be in the flesh real hard. Even though I still be in my flesh a little bit, but if I don't read the Bible, I'll be in it a lot.
Like I went from being on like a really nervous to just being relaxed, and I really just started enjoying myself.
What got me through was my boy Dustin, to be honest. He came here a day after me, fully recognizable when he had his beard, but then I almost passed him in walking because they shaved his beard, because that's what you do when you first get here.
Love it. I love doing devotion. I love doing praise and worship. I try to get as much as I can. That's really my favorite part about being here.
When I realized I wasn't doing this journey alone was on Mondays when we had our prayer circles. And here I was just so embarrassed to open up, but hearing other people's stories just made my story look so small.
I think I've grown the most where I'm now putting all religious stuff that I learned to the side and really focusing on a relationship with God and Jesus and actually accepting Jesus.
The area that I want to grow in have to be my prayer life. I just want to quote the Bible verses back to him and remind him of the promises that he told us that he was going to give us.
I'm really excited to grow in my thought process, in my mind. I really want to learn how to take my thoughts captive, and let God guide my thoughts more.
I think the most emotional thing for me is the fact that I get to see God work and do miracles through my brothers, and that's actually what brings me to tears a lot.
Now back to July 10th, I'm glad my mom didn't come get me. I'm glad my sisters them told me that it's best that I stay here.
The biggest difference between the way I was when I walked in and the way I am now, I put a lot more trust in God, and I've humbled myself a lot.
If Adam from a year ago, pretty much, would have came in here, I would have actually gave him a hug, because I know what he went through in jail, and I would have told him that, you're in a place with real brothers that you can trust now. You don't have to look over your back.
If Craig was to sit in front of me 9 months ago, I would tell myself to always keep your head up, no matter what situation you're in, that you can always rely on God.
Some advice that I would say to myself a month ago, or other people out there, is I thought I had it all going and I was about this close to dying, and you will be too if you just keep on doing what you're doing.
My advice to the people in the public about A Better Way Ministries, if you're not ready to change,
you think everything's perfect and great, it's not.
You just gotta make sure that you're ready for it. It's not the streets. The street love, street knowledge is not here.
If you're sick or tired of living that lifestyle, come on to A Better Way. I promise you that'll change you.
All you're gonna learn about is God, Jesus, and real love is what you're gonna encounter here with brothers. Because it definitely is a roller coaster. When new people come, I tell them, put your seatbelt on, because you're in for a ride.